Something very special has happened. We have a visitor from America. After 27 years, he is suddenly here. My brother.
Kenya, I think this is a land of great promise, and that the potential to strong black country is here. And I think if you could build a strong black country in Kenya, then that sends a message out throughout Africa. It sends a message to black America. It looks like he did okay. I'm very happy to be here today, although I admit that when I am in libraries in Cambridge, I get exam flashbacks. I start breaking out into cold sweats. But this is, in fact, the first time that I've been to the Cambridge Public Library, which shows you the kind of life we lead over at the law school. We don't leave campus too much.
And I remember that the black law students had organized an orientation for the first-year students. And one of the persons who spoke at that orientation was Professor Bell. Now, how did this one man do all this? How's he accomplished all this? He hasn't done it simply by his good looks and easy charm. Although he has both in ample measure.
My name is Barack Obama. It's not your mama. It's not Osama. And he starts going at his rap. I'm like, Barack.
22-year-old Ivy League graduate Barack Obama is bothered by the inequalities he sees in society.
When Obama first came to Chicago, he was like a baby, politically.
He said, people don't know how to pronounce my name. They say...
The first impression was basically, he is really young. He was, 23, 24 years old. It was an unusual thing for someone his age to be that concerned about other people.
If we're going to make a difference, politics does matter. It can make the difference in terms of a benefits check. It can make the difference in terms of school funding. Citizens can't just remove themselves from that process. They actually have to engage themselves and not just leave it to the professionals.
He found community for the very first time in his life. He discovered that in the south side of Chicago and very much fell in love with it.
He had gotten a sense of family in Chicago. And he began to understand the dynamics of how things work in Chicago. He wanted to do a better job.
I think Barack loved community organizing, respects community organizing, but also saw its limitations. It does not eliminate racism, doesn't eliminate poverty. There isn't enough money, there's enough power that community organizing can muster in order to do that.
If a point comes where I think that I can do more good in a political office than I can doing the things I'm doing now, then I might think about it. But that time is certainly in the future. Throughout this campaign is that I don't think there are a lot of ideological differences. I think all three of us are progressive, urban.
Barack Obama is here tonight, State Senator Barack Obama. And Barack has been with the Illinois legislature, I understand, for at least 3 years, going on 4.
That's right.
And he has done so many tremendous things to represent his district that I felt that he really needed to explain to us why he wants to be.
The two major party candidates for the Illinois U.S. Senate seat
leads to a broader question. Mr. Obama, what do you see as the role of government?
This is where we have a significant philosophical difference, I think, myself and Mr. Keyes. I think that the proper role of government is to do things that we can't do as well individually as we can do collectively.
Next senator from the state of Illinois, Barack Obama.
If there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer. It's the answer told by lines that stretched around schools and churches in numbers this nation has never seen, by people who waited 3 hours and 4 hours, many for the first time in their lives, because they believed that this time must be different, that their voices could be that difference. It's the answer spoken by young and old, rich and poor, Democrat and Republican, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, gay, straight, disabled and not disabled, Americans who sent a message to the world that we have never been just a collection of individuals or a collection of red states and blue states. We are and always will be the United States of America.